welcome to episode 3 of Summer of Stylite. I am still your hostess with the mostest, L.Ariel, and I'm gonna, as I shared before, I'm looking at 2 cameras, so I'm gonna try to keep my focus on both cameras so it doesn't look like I'm like staring off into middle distance. I hope everybody is doing well, staying safe, speaking your truth, as we all need to do these days. So today I want to talk about Soldier Boy. This is a song that I wrote, just like the one last week, I wrote a really long time ago, and I think the idea behind this song was basically this idea of being obedient to someone. Maybe like growing up you were like the model good girl, teacher's pet or daddy's little girl, but this idea of obedience and then carrying it on into our lives, like, in what ways were you obedient? Because we all follow some sort of rule, even if we're anarchists or, my case, rebels without a clue. Like, you still adhere to some sort of rules plural, some sort of hierarchy, some sort of way that things are supposed to be done. So this song is basically kind of like calling myself out for that, but also just the desire for approval. So that's something that I've just got my whole life, like pat me on the head and tell me I'm a good little girl. Like, it's something that I've tried and failed many times to let go of, but I have in many ways sort of the inherent good girl thing going on, I would say, but nowadays I sort of I march to the beat of my own drum versus someone else. I answer to another authority, basically, and it's not generally human-based. Okay, so I'm not going to get all woo-woo, but anyway, you'll listen to the lyrics and you'll hear this sort of idea of like, someday I will be your soldier boy. So again, it's this idea of making someone proud, or doing everything, killing yourself to get somebody's praise or approval. And it could again be like a boyfriend, a boss, your big brother, fill in the blank. But it's like I'll obey every rule, I'll pledge allegiance to you, I'll fight till I'm black and blue, there's nothing I won't do. And the song is also, though, about like, I'm gonna prove that I'm good enough. The verses are basically like, fighting for brothers one and all, I'll show you, I'll be standing tall. So yeah, I wrote this song a really long time ago, but I think, and I'm sure this is the case with a lot of you artists and creators and writers and thinkers, which I think is all of us, that you'll come up with something and you'll be like, I don't know why, but then hindsight, obviously 2020, you'll go back and be like, oh, okay, wow, I didn't know what I was writing about at the time, but now I see it. So again, I'm going to take you through kind of the evolution of this song, and this first version that I have is basically, it's very like slow and building, and you'll hear it, and then it breaks into the chorus. Fighting for brothers one and all, standing tall, you will hear me. Yes sir, yes sir, yes sir, yes, yes sir, yes sir, yes, no sir, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir, yes, yes sir, yes sir, right away sir. I dig this version. It's kind of cool. It's like kind of like spooky in a way, but I don't like the chorus. The chorus is like, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. Like, it's very repetitive, and it just sort of like Granted, it's like, you know, the beat of a drum. I think at the time when I was writing, I was thinking very military and like this sort of like, you know, Marines, like Semper Fi, you know, call and response kind of thing. But it just, especially the more I listened to it, the more I was like, ugh, it's so repetitive. And it's just like, it doesn't even feel like a chorus. It doesn't feel like a hook. It just sort of feels like this call and response thing. So then I started going into how could I make the chorus more interesting and more sort of layered. And I really love harmonies. I'm going to actually give you a couple samples of harmonies that like Imogen Heap and John Rutter, like composers and songwriters that are all about like these incredible harmonies.
What you say? That you only meant well, well, 'cause you did. What you say? That it's all for the best, 'cause it is.
I'm not, I feel like I've like gook on my lips. I probably do because it's lipstick. Anyway, sorry. So I love harmonies, but not actually that great at them. I think I'm okay, but this is the kind of ding dong thing about it. I'm really good at like playing a lot of chords and harmonies, but for some reason I always feel really stuck when it comes to singing harmonies. And what I obviously need to do is just like go to a freaking piano and like sort it out and then sing it. But anyway, here's some of the harmonies that I came up with for the new kind of evolution of this song.
I'll obey every rule. I'll pledge allegiance to you. I'll obey every rule. Pledge allegiance to you. There's nothing I won't do. I'll fight till black is blue.
Okay, so now I've done a couple versions of this song, again playing around with the chorus and playing around with adding more layers, more harmony. I still kind of want to keep that like yes sir, yes, but maybe a little bit more sort of like mixed in as sort of you know, like a sample, sort of like yeah yeah yes sir, yes, yeah yeah yes sir, yes, or something like that that's like sporadic. It's sort of like peppered throughout the song versus like this yes sir, yes, yes sir, yes sir. I wasn't thinking of obviously turning this song into a dance track, but now I kind of love it as a dance track. Again, as you saw from the beginning, it was going to be more of like sort of a very like intense. Oh, the other thing I wanted to say about this song, I don't know why, but I love that I'm saying soldier boy, and I have a very sort of like light feminine voice, and I enjoy being a soldier boy, and that can be in any incarnation, but I really like sort of the contrast of these sort of like tough, like little boys playing with guns and yet singing it in a very sort of like feminine, light way. I think it just again adds sort of another interesting, cool layer, kind of ambiguous layer to the song. So yeah, so still work in progress, still have a ways to go with this fucking song, but I love it. And again, you know, just wanted to share it with you and see what you thought. So yeah, I think that's it. And yeah, that's all I got to say. Again, be good. Well, let me rephrase that. Be good to yourself and answer to your own authority or whatever sort of higher authority you feel is best for you. Sending you much love. Take care, and I'll see you next time on Summer of Stylite. Mwah.